is certainly something that's on their agenda, and that, you know, that's an issue for us. So.
And is there anything going on with any of these stalled projects, you know, where the council has, you know, extends site plan approvals and nothing? Really
Not that I'm aware, other than, you know, the miracle of the assisted living residence on Longview, which is, you know, I never thought would actually happen, and it's you know, it's there. So I watched them build that garage from my seat in Dickstein when I was getting chemo, you know, and I would call Bud Nicoletti up and say, you know, I see the, you know, I was monitoring progress, you know, and now to see that that building there is really amazing, because if you recall, that was that big company Sunrise, and
right, and they bailed.
Yeah, and I remember touring their facility in Mount Vernon, being very impressed, and they were like the big operator in that area, and then they bailed out on the project, and then a couple of the executives try and form their own company and try and bring this thing to life, in all kinds of trouble, and it just never, you know, you wouldn't have put good odds on it, but they pulled it off, and I think, you know, where our city is kind of seems to be turning, if people want to point to the bars as where we're turning, but I look at what I see is more and more medical uses, and you know, we're going to have a nursing home and an assisted living residence. We have that, I think it's an eye, ear, nose, and throat, or is it, no, dental surgery group that came in on, I think, Grand, and they're, you know, I'm seeing more medical, if we're concentrating more medical uses and healthcare uses in the city, that's wonderful. It helps White Plains Hospital, which is a key, really a key element in our city, and that's good, stable jobs, and it's, you know, quality jobs. So.
Anything New York Hospital, there has been a peep out of them.
I just got a notification from them that they're going to have an autism spectrum disorder program there that will handle kids from up to, you know, high functioning Asperger's, right along the whole spectrum.
There's no building involved.
No, I think they're utilizing, it's a new program, but I mean that was interesting to me. That's, you know, my own observation is it seems to be a more common malady than when I was a kid, or maybe it's just viewed differently. But I just with my own kids and their kids their age, I just see a lot of issues, and I see also you see some real positive results with kids that get the proper treatment. I mean, it's amazing. Just kids I've known that you know would just, you know, do nothing that call their mother, and when you hear someone's, you know, when you talk to a mother whose child is 6 years old and says mom for the first time, you know, it's hard to keep your composure. It's so that's the positive element in your hospital. It's, you know, not a big construction, but it's a good thing to have in the city.
You're going to use your power now to try to do some on Ridgeway, to try to get some sort of plan or commitments out of them as to how they're going to maintain the property from an environmental standpoint.
I mean, that question, I can answer that. They're going to have to maintain it while this process goes through, that's for sure. And in terms of the ultimate outcome there, I don't want to say anything because they don't even have their application.
Well, no, I mean ultimate, but you know, we're looking at perhaps vacant parcel for about 3 years.
Right.
And you know, now you're in a position, you're in this office with the powers that come with it to try to get the rest of the city, or the appropriate agencies, you know, to focus on arm twisting, basically, so that it doesn't just drift along.
I would hope it doesn't. I wouldn't think it would get there, because most property owners want to maintain their property, and property owners who are hoping for approvals from, you know, elected officials usually really want to maintain their property. So I know that we've had issues with some of the projects over here off of Kensico, you know, the lot gets full of garbage and things like that. I don't think you're going to see that there, and if you do, we will, you know, I'm going to take the optimistic side and say I don't think it's going to be a problem, but I would view it as a problem if it doesn't happen.
Will the city be content to let all the grass grow wild and not maintained close cropped as it is?
I don't want to, I mean, you know, just not as a city official, just as a person, you know, this is not a natural, grass is not a natural item. It's an invasive species. It's from England, where it rains every day. So if you do have to control that, you know. On the other hand, you know how I mean, if I have leaves in my backyard, I really don't like get too upset. I rake them, but if more fall down, okay, they'll stay there. I'll get them in the spring. I don't worry, because leaves belong there and they decompose and all that. And but when you have something like a golf course, I'm not saying I don't know how you maintain things, and I don't know how you maintain a putting green. That's always a mystery to me. Like that, you know, I see those. I don't play golf, but when I see a putting green, I'm like, that's cool. You know, how do they do that?
Okay.
But I'm not saying you have to maintain the putting greens, but you can't just let. It's my feeling that you're not going to just let
Turning
it.
the field very quickly. That's the point.
But it's not a meadow, like it's not like a bunch of cattails or something. So I don't know how what does that grass do when you let it go long? I don't even know.
It goes to seed, and then
We're about
weeds
to
take
find out.
over.
You know, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to prejudge it. I don't know
No,
how
of
our
course
code is applied, but I know that it's my understanding that if you don't cut your grass, you can get a sticker on your door.